J-Drone here. We're out with the monster Aosenma with the Q6 camera underneath it, and we're gonna go for a flight. I generally fly in this area, so I'm not gonna recalibrate this. If you notice, the front of my propellers, they're a little bit chewed up. Occasionally, when I don't do that, it will tip completely forward, and then I just have to recalibrate. I have a video on that, but we're gonna see what it does. This hasn't been flown in quite some time. As you can see, we have a little bit of wind here, and we're gonna show you how to fly this. I'm almost to the point where I'm not really gonna sell these anymore. I'm just gonna keep my hoard. I sold one of them, and I did a quality check on it. The person tells me it's not stable, it won't work properly and whatnot. I ended up just giving their money back. We have our sway switch on 2. We have our sway switch on 1. We're going to turn this on. And we're just going to let this sit here. We're going to let that sit there a minute until those lights go off. Sway switch on 2, sway switch on 1. The right one is, that's your GPS mode. And if you put the sway switch on 1, you put that one on 1, then you're looking at just kind of like straight flight, where you're gonna not have GPS assistance, and you will, I believe, no, I don't even think you're gonna have altitude hold on it. It's gonna be a straight flight. So again, we're just gonna sit here and we're gonna wait for that to go. And if you look around me, we'll do a 360 pan. I mean, we got a house over there. Got really nothing over here, nothing over here, nothing over here. It's where you should be flying, guys. You shouldn't be flying in residential neighborhoods, especially with something like this that has the reputation that this does. Maybe we'll move this over this way and get away from those bushes, get it direct straight up and down. Kind of just waiting for this to go out. And bam, our drone light has already gone out. We're just waiting for our controller now. Maybe I'll hold the controller up. It'll be a little bit closer to the sky. Maybe that'll go out a little bit quicker. And the whole reason I'm doing this is to show you approximate time, how long this takes in the right setting, in the right area. If you're flying in a residential neighborhood and your GPS lights never go out, well, there's a good reason for that. You're not following the instructions on the manual, which tells you to go out in a wide open area. And I really like this light here to go out before we decide to fly. Bam, there we go. It heard me. It went out. All lights are out. Guess what? We are good to fly now. And that's what you should do with this. Unless you've flown this as many times as I have and aren't worried about the GPS and whatnot and go straight up, which you can, wait till they're all out. Now we're not doing the auto takeoff. We're doing down and out. We'll start the motors. We're gonna go up, and as you can see, she kind of grabbed a little bit there as I was going up, and she's leaning this way. She's trying to fight the wind. We're gonna go up a little bit higher. I am not touching the controller. This is not a Phantom. It is not a Spark. It is going to bounce around a little, but look, I'm not touching the controller, and it is staying in the general vicinity here. Why is that? Well, one, we allowed all the GPS lights to go on. Look underneath it. You don't see lights flashing. All the lights are steady, and that's because we waited and we allowed this drone to fly properly. We allowed the pre-flight for this properly. I've also tightened my motor screws, so I don't have to worry about them falling out. There's a proper way to fly this drone. There's an improper way to fly this drone. We're just going to bring it down here. Eye to eye with Mr. Blue Eyes. You can see we got wind. It's tilting against the wind, and it's trying to stay in that general proximity. So if you do this, and we didn't start our Q6. We're going to go ahead and drop this. I want to get the Q6 started. So actually, that's not bad that we didn't start that, because we were just showing that. We're going to bring it down slow, and we just hold down, motors will shut off. So if you do everything that I just did, and you get a quality control one from me, and you say it doesn't operate like that, I'm going to question whether you did exactly what you were supposed to. We're going to start this. Or maybe we did have it started. I don't remember. Maybe it was on the whole time. What is going on here? There we go. We got full battery. So we are recording now. Blinking lights on the back of this lets you know you're recording. We're going to take this for a little fly. And again, look at my controller. All my lights are out. I am in a wide open area. If all your lights are out and you're not in a wide open area, don't fly this drone. Unless you consider yourself a pro, don't fly this drone. Again, down and out. We're going up. And just to show you, again, it's leaning against the wind. It's trying to stay in that general vicinity. But we're going to take this out. And take it up. I love this drone. I don't generally use hardly any of the features. I like this drone because of its reliability to me. Right there, dude, we can see the clouds are shifting. The clouds are lightly shifting. That drone is staying. The drone's staying right there. The GPS works on this drone. I don't know, guys. And I don't have too many of these left. I think I might have like 9 or 10 of these brand new, and then I have a bunch of parts ones, which some of the parts ones work completely fine. I sold a parts one with a bad battery on eBay just the other day, and the guy contacted me, and I showed him the testing I did with it with a fresh battery. The guy contacted me and said he got a fresh battery in it and it worked fine. I said, well, dude, then you scored. So I don't know, guys. I'm just torn with this whole buying and selling type thing because I'm trying to do my part and I feel either incompetence or scamming is going on against me, which I don't think's nice and I don't think that's fair to me. So I don't know. And we are cruising. That's the way the wind's blowing. And we're going to let off the sticks really slowly. And guess what? She throws on brakes and she sits there. Why? Because this drone works if you know how to fly it. I've never hooked this up to a computer. I've never done that just because I've heard you could brick it. And one of my good friends on Drone Days said he did that and said he bricked it. So we're going to just fly up a little bit more here. We're going to fly straight up. And this battery here, I charged like a day or two ago. So this ain't a fresh battery. But we're up there. We are up there. Why would I do this? Everybody's afraid of the Aosenma. Well, because I trust the Aosenma. I know how to fly this quadcopter. And if you are flying this any other way than what I've instructed in the beginning, you're looking for danger. As you can see here, my controller, the drone is staying in place up there. Although the clouds are moving, the drone is sitting in place. We're going to go ahead and bring this down. We'll cruise around while we're bringing it down. Keep forgetting to pull the throttle stick down. I kind of want to just sit up there and cruise. Forewarning, if you are in GPS mode and you are up that high, do not switch it in the manual mode. The thing will drop like a brick and probably flip. And unless you are really quick on the sticks, you're probably going to crash it. I did it once. And I was fortunate to be able to be up really high and be able to, basically did a manual flip and I was able to catch it. Not catch it by my hands, but catch it like regain flyability during air. We're coming back down here. We're going to drop this. We're going to reset the Q6 and we are going to throw this in manual mode. Those clouds are moving, guys. Might actually get rained on here. Just going to buzz down this way. I'm going to turn around. Bring it back, bring it back. Just hold down. Motor shut off. We're going to stop the Q6. Q6 is stopped. We are going to throw this in manual mode. How do we do that? First sway switch, you're going to throw up. We're no longer in GPS, guys. So if you decide to fly this out of sight and it don't come back, well, there's a reason for that. Although I do believe this might have a failsafe where it should come back. I've never tested it because I like the drone and I'm not willing to chance that. So all right, we are going to start. We're going to start the Q6 again. Q6 is going. Now you really have to control your throttle. She turns into a burner. Woo! I don't care what anybody says. Right now, this is still my favorite drone. The Traxxas might be taking that spot. As you can see, even without that, it'll kind of maintain, as this is kind of stuck in a sweet spot here. But it will come down, as I'm showing you right now. We're going to go ahead and turn this around just to give you a look at it. Can the Aosenma do a reverse lateral punch? Absolutely. I don't care. I have so much fun flying this drone. I'm gonna go up, uppity, uppity, up, up, up. We're gonna bring her down. I got beeping. This is probably my battery. We're coming, we're coming. Bringing her down, bringing her down. Yep, it's definitely low voltage. And again, this battery sat in a box for quite some time, and then I charged it like a day or two ago, so I don't know what type of flight time we have on this. But easy there, easy. She's coming down heavy. Woo! We broke one of her legs. She came down way too heavy. That was, I'm going to chalk that up to my part. Yeah, and look, the battery itself came out a little bit. We came down way too heavy there. But we're going to stop the Q6. So forewarning, if you're not in GPS mode, you want to come down a lot slower than I did, especially if you're a lot higher than I was. Let's see. Or maybe that's what it was. Maybe the battery actually slid. And that's actually not broke. I just have to re-zip tie it, which that's a good feature there. Let's see. Yeah, I don't even know if I should try to take it up again. I kind of want to try to take it up again. Just to show you guys, even after something silly like that, it'll still fly. So let's see here. We're just going to set that right there. And even after a crash, she's flying. So that just shows you guys. And that was a light crash on my part. I came down way too heavy. And right now, let's see. We're going to try to just grab this and kill motors like that. So we have a little repair to make. No problem. What time are we at here? Let's see. We're at about 14 minutes, so we probably saw a 12 to 13 minute flight time. And again, I was not in GPS mode. I was basically in manual. I came down way too hot and kind of on an angle, and that's what happened there. But nothing is broken. Even though these blades got a little mud on it, I just showed you they were able to go up. Guys, I'm J-Drone. This is the Monster Aosenma. Looks like we need to change up some blades, and we're good to go. As I just showed you, I put it back up. If you haven't subscribed, click that subscribe button. This is how your controller should look. As you can see, these lights went out pretty quickly, because once you have this on and once it's kind of dialed in, you shut it off, you shut this off, turn it all back on. It's kind of in sync. this is how you should be flying. In this general area is how you should be flying. Wide open space, that way you don't hurt nobody, that way you don't hurt the quad, that way you don't crash the quad. Alright guys, I'm done preaching. Later.